Hello out there in YouTube land.
Cover
And
your ears.
yeah, cover thy ears. The 12th commandment. Happy hump day to everyone. And talking about hump days, have you seen 101's thumbnail?
Yeah, it's a picture of that commercial.
Yeah, camera. I'm just curious about one thing. Do people really, truly know the meaning of hump day? Hump day. Hump day means it's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week. You know, you done went up that hump, now you sliding down toward the weekend, payday.
Yeah.
That's exactly what hump day means. It don't mean the other type of hump day.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm sorry. Glad you clarified.
Oh, no problem. My
What
wife
is
had to clarify me.
the other hump?
But yeah, when that commercial came out, it's still hilarious if they play it sometimes.
It is.
The other hump of
day,
the
bushcraft. I refuse to answer that question. What is the other hump day?
No. I said, what is the other hump? Because most camels have two humps.
Okay, you're still talking about camel. I was talking about something else when you said what is the other
you gotta get your mind out of the gutter.
I don't know if it's a male or female thing or like an age thing. You know, at a certain age, they just develop the second hump. I don't know. You now level up. Here's your second hump. I don't know.
I think we.
I wish I had 2 hump days in a week when I was coming up.
Some people that's Friday.
Yeah, we had
my wife just stepped in the doorway looking at me, shaking that finger. So I'm on board. Sorry about that, people. That just
How'd y'all fare through the storms yesterday?
Oh, I'm fine. It's nothing up here. It's just raining a little bit of snow.
My son got off work at 9 o'clock last night. He's a lineman. And they said the city they was in, if I remember correctly, it was over 2,000 people without power. And I told him, I said, well, our lights just blinked a little, and come back on. 10 minutes after he called, our power went out.
You didn't knock on wood.
Now, this is about 9:30, quarter to 10. Okay.
At night?
At night. So I called the number, for power on and everything. They said it was reported at 4:46 p.m. They did not know when the power would come back on.
Oh, really? That's odd. Usually they give you up here. They give you an estimate, and it's usually 12 hours past when they think it's going to. Now, that is the first time that I have called, and they have not gave me a time when it would come back on. Oh, that's interesting. Now, come to find out, watching the morning news local, we got another one coming in Friday.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be worse than what we had last night. Yeah, you guys should be getting our wind that we had last night.
Because that storm we got yesterday, man, it started what was yesterday? Tuesday? It started raining here about 1 o'clock Monday night, Tuesday morning. Not heavy. And it rained all that morning. Then we all knocked off about lunchtime and went home. About 1 o'clock, the bottom fell. It was horrible till about 5 o'clock. wind, rain. They had tornado warnings all around.
We did too.
I went out today. I made a little short, man. The power lines, the wind was blowing so bad, the power lines was touching and it was arcing.
Ooh.
Well, now, I was going to go sit out on the porch, and watch the storm, but my bench was soaked from where the wind had blown the rain up on it. But me and the wife had took a nap yesterday, and we got woken up. This is the first time this has ever happened. But
is that what they're calling it nowadays?
Yeah. But I swear it sounded like somebody was trying to come through the bedroom door.
Oh, wind?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys got wind yesterday too? Then
it was horrible.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got wind big time.
Ours was 40.
Worst storm we've had here in a long time.
Miles an hour.
Same here. I mean, now I'm like this right here, and I've always been like this. You let a storm of that magnitude come around, I want to see it. I want to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see what's going on. But the only time I ever get scared of a storm is when it happens at nighttime. Because if a tornado forms or something like that, you can't see it until it's dead on you. That's it. Yep. That's the bad thing.
Well, if a tornado is going to hit you, it doesn't make a difference if it's nighttime or daytime.
Well, that's true. But if it's daytime, you can see it and see which way it's going. At nighttime, you can't see that.
Yeah. But it's that thing is.
I want to know. It's the unknown is what I'm afraid of.
But
because we got where I'm at right now, we got no ditches, we got no cellar. The only thing we got is a bathroom that the damn tub itself is about ready to fall through the floor, and that's on a good day.
No, you got something better than that.
Well, that's true. But, I mean, yeah, it's just scary not having anywhere to go.
Yeah. And that's like I blab all the time. People need to pay attention when they're going to the store and stuff like that. And today in our town, which is very rare for something like this to happen,
Lord have mercy.
50-year-old guy was walking in the parking lot, and he fell, and the car ran over him and killed him. Real slow in the parking lot and everything. The little old lady was driving the car, and he got pinned under the car, and by the time they got there, he was already gone.
Well, now, Mary Moon, if I remember correctly, she lives out on the coast. I'm not going to say where. She just said they had 3 tornadoes and 4 water spouts where she's at yesterday. And have you seen up on YouTube Pigeon Forge, Tennessee?
Oh, yeah.
Man, just about that whole town was covered in water.
Yeah. And we hear, and I've done reports about this, where the Mississippi is running dry.
Yeah.
But where does the water come from when we get these big floods and everything that should be going to the Mississippi? Where does it go?
Diverted.
Why is it not filling that Mississippi up anymore?
Me and you both know that, like Watt said, they have diverted the water.
Yeah, it's.
I told you the story about the Savannah River Basin. It's at its lowest point that it's ever been.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what feeds the Savannah River on my end.
Yeah, that's what I just mentioned. Let me give y'all a bit of advice, okay? If anybody drinks coffee with a little sugar in it, don't get in no great big hurry and fix you a cup and forget to put sugar in it. When you take that first sip, it's gonna wake you up quick.
Thought you were gonna say you use salt.
That'll wake you up even more.
Believe it or not, I put salt in my coffee grounds.
Huh.
Take that bitter taste out.
Okay. See that?
I ain't
What kind of coffee do you drink?
table salt.
No, what kind of coffee do you drink?
The type everybody hates, Maxwell House. The reason I drink that is the only one I can afford. Have y'all priced Folgers? Hell, it's damn near twice as
I used to like chock full nuts. I don't even know if they still have it because I haven't had coffee for a long time.
I don't buy coffee, but
my daddy used to tell me he used to drink chicory coffee. He said that's the worst coffee anybody could ever drink.
I've had dandelion coffee.
Never had that. Now, I used to drink 8 o'clock coffee. And that's a good mellow coffee. Now, mind you, it ain't what you call strong enough. It'll raise the hairs on your back. Strong. You know, it's kind of mellow. It don't have a kick to it like Maxwell House does.
Oh, is it, Chris? That's good.
And I will admit, when I first wake up in the morning and I hit that button and I got Folgers in there, the house smells like coffee. And that is a good smell when you first waking up.
Nothing like waking up. Or what was that? The commercial?
Folgers in your cup.
Yep.
They always had a good holiday commercial.
Oh, yeah, they did.
What's everybody's coffee of choice? And please don't say Starbucks.
Free?
I'm a tea guy.
I mean, brand name kind.
Mine would have to be 8 o'clock. I done got used to it.
I like to get some of those ones that that couple was hiding all over the place just to try it. It's for $1,000. I would never buy it, but if they can give me some, I would.
You're right about that. Shoot, yeah. See what the hype is about.
Opie says Green Mountain. I've never heard of it.
Folgers, Colombian.
Hello, Mr. Vester.
Trampoline.
Even as a kid, I loved the smell of coffee brewing, even though I didn't drink it.
Is that a question or a reply to something else, or is there a coffee named Trampoline?
Could be. It's a big market these days. Different varieties.
Coffee.
Everybody's got coffee.
Hello, Mr. Lake Files. How are you? Well, let me ask you this, what? And I just about know the answer. Did you ever go camping when you was a kid?
Oh, shoot, yeah. I loved it.
Now, when you got woken up in the morning, what was the aroma in your camp?
Oh, it's probably usually some bacon, some eggs, or something like that. And, of course, somebody was always adult, so there'd be some coffee brewing, you know?
Yep. The coffee, the bacon, and the sausage is.
Oh yeah.
I don't care who you are. Okay. I don't care if you're a city person. Don't sleep till 11, 12 o'clock. Somebody wakes up in the morning and they fix some breakfast on a campfire. You automatically wake up. You know, it's just the way it is. And it's kind of like this right here. For what happened yesterday and for what is fixing to happen Friday, I hope y'all got means of how to fix coffee in case the power goes out. How to,
I don't drink coffee though.
well, for people that do, okay, or hot tea, should I say, with the pinky out, or know how to cook without power. It. I just hope y'all are set. I got my flashlights and my lanterns ready last night, but I had to quickly put them back. I think we was out power for about 30, 45 minutes.
Okay. Wasn't too
like
bad.
that.
Yeah, it's
No.
amazing how fast it is nowadays when that power comes back. And that's what I brought up on that video. I said, and there was a lot of good stories, and most of them was 78 when we had that big storm, the big winter storm, and people lost power for 2 to 3 weeks without heat. If that happens now, remember Texas? How many people died in Texas because they never experienced this thing before?
The one a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I'm going to interrupt.
Of course, some of them were not the brightest people to bring their barbecue grills in the house, but
they still ain't to this day. Opie, I saw that. Is what I saw, is that 100% true, or is it stuff made up?
I'll wait until all the hype's done with it, and then I'll.
Yeah.
There was a lot of police for
a shooting. That's what they classified it as.
Yeah.
Miami incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like a lot of response for some fireworks and sticks.
Well, there are a lot of popo in Miami though.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
There is a lot. So
but what kind of
legit because of something like that happening, but I don't know.
But
yeah,
you see,
we don't know.
What gets me is there are a lot of video of stuff that happened inside the mall. I'll put it like that. Okay. And they're not one person, and a bunch of these people have no idea who the next person is. That's what's kind of making me question what really happened.
Well, the thing is, and this is in any type of community. Lake's here, she can tell you about the Bigfoot community. You get some Yahoo that makes a video that they edit to make them get a bunch of views on it, and then they find out it was a fake video. It ruins everything for the whole community.
Yeah. See what you're saying here.
And one of the things that I saw, what?
You're in it again.
Damn. In one of the videos that I seen, he posted one video of what had happened. Within 30 minutes, he came back and said that he was never there, that he was just making it up. Come to find out, the government made him take it down. And
supposedly.
Right, supposedly.
Supposedly, okay.
Yeah, we're not experts.
Look, hold on. I've got to say this for chat, okay? Me and Bushcraft got to talking, I think it was Monday night, about my choppiness and everything. He told me to go and check out my speed and everything. So I sent him a picture of what it said my speed was. He come back and like, ha, that's the worst he's ever seen.
For today, yeah. That's
I'm not
that's
checking
not high
today.
speed.
And this is at nighttime, okay? But I got on there and I got to double check it. A rating star, 1 being bad, all the way up to 5 stars, okay? It was about 7 different ones on there, anywhere between 4, 4.5, 5.5. Well, 5. Matter of fact, I don't think I've seen none with a 5. But like that, every one of them had between 4 to 4.5 stars. I get to the one that I'm on, it's a half a star. It's the worst damn one, period.
Man,
So,
I didn't know you could get a half a star.
I didn't either.
Yeah, it's mainly because it's upload. That's why we hear it. When we hear it, it can't upload it fast enough. His sound.
It must be a southern thing because in here you kind of got to talk slow to begin with. And I've got a friend of mine that works with a certain company. She's going to check into something for me. And I may be, and look, I'm telling you, they charge me a hell of a lot of money for shit.
Yeah, way too much for that connection.
Yeah.
Way too much.
But like I said, I live in a rural part of the county. All right. They are the only company out here. Matter of fact, I think for rural, I'm not saying city, okay, but for the rural, they're the only ones out here. And they are the shittiest company I think I've ever had. No, that satellite company was the worst. I had about 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's improved quite a bit now. The only problem is you have to buy the equipment.
Oh, I still got some of the equipment from the last time.
Oh, that stuff's all outdated now.
Oh.
Yeah, you may be better off with a hotspot off your cell phone.
I don't know exactly how to use that. I know I got it.
You bring up your menu.
All right, hang tight. Shit. With
right.
me, as soon as I do that, it's going to knock me out. My menu is not at the top. Wait a minute. Let me try.
Well, you probably can't see it anyway. It looks. It's a little. Well, it depends on your phone too. A little square with a Wi-Fi symbol in the middle of it. And it says mobile hotspot. And you just hit that. Of course, you're going to use data, so I don't know your plan. So before you even start doing that,
mine's got mobile data.
No, that's what your phone uses.
Okay.
Mobile hotspot turns your phone into a Wi-Fi signal. And whenever you do this, it'll tell you to set up a password for it. And then when you put your password in, it'll turn on. And then you go to your Chromebook thing and find it and put the password in there. That'd be something to try tomorrow or something.
Well, I'm gonna have to get that person I know to show me and everything because
Yeah.
what you described, I've got connected devices, I've got network internet, I've got display, notifications, and gestures.
Yeah, you're in the settings.
Yeah, yeah. You say go in the settings.
No. If
Like
you
where
if
you
you
go to cut
if
on
you
your
do a drop
Bluetooth and
down
all
like
that.
this and then do it again, it'll bring
Okay.
all the square things over here like that.
Okay. Now I've got the shitty company I'm with. I've got Bluetooth, auto rotate, wallet ready for device control, do not disturb, and mobile data. That's all I got.
Huh. That's odd. Well, you ain't got much on yours. Mine
Yeah.
has Wi-Fi
He's
calling,
probably got it.
flashlight.
You know how sometimes when you get phones like that, there's got more, you have to edit it and bring to the front screen.
Okay.
Um,
I'll just get that person to do it for me when I go talk to
Yeah,
them.
that'd probably be best.
They know more about it than I do.
Yeah, that way you can find out how much are like if you're on unlimited data. That's the only time I would do it.
Well,
Because
now I already know for a fact I am on that unlimited.
okay, now do they have a cap?
Hell if I know.
That's what I mean. Cap would be because there's a lot of places that has unlimited data, but once you get to a certain
Certain
cap,
point.
they dump your speed way
like
down low.
like 20 gigs, and then they drop the speed after that.
To
Yeah,
five. Yeah. I know what you're talking about when you say that.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I do know that. You got to
They
remember.
don't advertise it either until
Your
you.
data's unlimited. It's just your speed's not unlimited.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. But you know what? Hang the hell on. I'm going to try something.
uh-oh.
What was the name of that site you told me to check my speed?
Well, you can go to any of them. Google has one. Like I
Okay.
said, just go to Google and type in speed test, one word.
That's it. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Speed test.
And don't use the first one that pops up. Uh, there's Affinity. Affinity's pretty good. The Google one is pretty good because it tells you upload and download.
Let me see. I got high speed internet test, internet speed.
Yeah, those are all sponsored ones. Keep
Yeah,
scrolling.
I'm
I mean,
working on
even Verizon has one.
it. Okay. This is from Verizon. Let me see who I got, what I got here.
Get
Uh,
started.
check availability. No shit.
Yeah, I don't
Close
like
that.
Verizon because they have a pop up.
Check
400,
availability.
500.
Damn, now I got to enter my address. Hang on.
No, you shouldn't have to do any of that.
Well, it's telling me to enter it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. I just went to one and I never have to put any of that stuff in there. Right
Hang
now,
on.
mine is 506 megabyte download and 22 megabytes upload.
Well, let me try it again.
Which
Okay,
my
hold on.
upload is 80 below what it's supposed to be.
All right.
Yeah, see,
Well,
when you go to the Verizon thing, don't put as soon as you because they're always going to try to get you to sign up for stuff and just get started. That's the only thing you have to do is hit get started. because they want you to check your area and stuff. That's why they want you to put it in your email.
Download
I don't
7.25,
even look at that
upload
stuff. I just hit.
7.20. All right, listen, my download is 7.25. My upload is 720. Download is MB. My upload is KB.
Yeah, that's dial up.
What the hell am I doing with dial-up?
Well, that when you're in the KB, that's kilobytes.
All right.
You know how hardly anything uses kilobytes anymore. It's all megabytes now and gigabytes.
Love it down. It knocked me out of it.
But what you showed me the other day, that
yeah, I know.
I was like,
I don't know. Ever since you started talking about it, you hadn't been buzzy though.
Let me try this one. That one that I just told you, that was through Verizon. Now myself, I ain't installing that shit. Forget it.
Yeah, don't install anything.
No.
There's another one called Test My Speed. All you do is hit the go button. If it says anything else, don't bother with it.
Internet speed by AT&T. What the
Wow,
hell?
my download is going crazy right now. Oh, that's why it's in the servers in Columbus.
I am not accepting no type of cookies. Well, hell. The fuck is this shit? You're on it? I don't know. Mine's working. What? I would tell you. I don't know what none of this shit is. Download 8.1. Wait a minute. MB. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I messed the wife's computer up. She's pissed. Upload 0.7.
Yeah.
Did it come back on?
You're getting 700 kilobytes or 7.2 kilobytes per second.
Is that good or bad?
That's horrible. That's just barely over 56K. You remember dial-up?
Yeah.
Dial-up was 56 kilobytes. You got 7 kilobytes.
You mean to tell me this is worse than damn dial-up?
Your upload, yeah.
Damn.
That's why I said you have to call them and find out, because that don't make sense. Why it's that bad? That's real bad.
Well, check your computer again. I'm off of it. But it didn't mess with mine, so it shouldn't have messed with yours. We own the same cotton picking one.
Get to the bottom of this.
Probably in there watching you do that too.
Yeah, right. I may live dangerously, but I don't live.
You want me to come in there and break them little fingers?
You know, she probably would too. Somehow, y'all two talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes, please.
Stand by, everyone.
Yeah, when he sent me that, I'm like, it can't be. That's really low.
Yeah.
And then he's done the test 3 or 4 other times, and it comes back the same thing.
Yeah, even for a rural area, I mean, if somebody's getting the Uber Eats and stuff, you figure they should have some good signal in there.
Yeah. And like I said, he would probably do better with setting his phone up for a mobile
Yeah,
hotspot.
as
Or
little as
you,
data as he would use on his phone. Yeah,
you can pick up those little things from Verizon.
little boxes, Wi-Fi
Yeah,
boxes. Yeah,
yeah,
I used to
that's
have
a
one of
mobile
them.
hotspot. Probably a hell of a lot cheaper than what because it's usually like $20 extra a month on your
Yeah,
phone bill.
yeah, and I don't know how much data that would use up to stream live, but I mean, it'd probably last him a while.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they're charging them is like ridiculous. I remember when they had the free dial up. I couldn't get it, but I was like,
I mean, we used to get those free discs that y'all have talked about before to get
AOL.
internet.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then of course we only had one line, so it's like if somebody picks up the phone, up there you go.
yeah. Well, AOL used to be cool because they had like games and stuff that
Oh
you could
yeah,
use,
yeah.
and they had their own chat and everything like that. I wasn't going to pay for it though.
Oh no.
I just, you know, canceled it and got another free disc.
Yeah, I'm like, heck yeah. You
And
get
until
internet free for 30 days.
until they made it to where they started logging the IPs. And then if you
Oh
had the
yeah.
same IP, you couldn't do it again. But there's ways around changing your IP and stuff.
Yeah, it was real helpful. Them discs, especially like when I started taking Spanish and stuff like that. I could go on there and find the little translators and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Um, those little discs did come in handy.
You've got mail.
You got mail.
Okay, I fixed it. Ain't that something? I fixed it.
Congratulations.
I know more. I do know more about it than she does, and which is kind of my fault because I've not told her. Power strip's got an on and off button to it. I went in there and turned on the power strip, and her computer popped back up. The charge on her laptop ran down.
Oh.
So now I done told you the light done burned out on that power strip. But it's up and running again.
Save the day once
I've
again.
got a question for Bubba News because I know he's
Mother
in
New, yep.
he's in the know about what's going on over in Israel and stuff. And I can't remember his name because he has a weird name, but they're claiming him to be the new Messiah.
Oh, hogwash.
They're really pushing him because
Really?
they say he's done seven miracles or something like this, where he's healed people, he's cured people from cancer and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shuba or something. He's got an odd name, which is probably normal over there.
Well,
That
now
is
I'm
interesting.
sorry.
And it's the guys that wear the funky hats and I'm not making fun of them or anything. And they got like the little curls go down from their
Almost like a
beard.
guru, kind of.
Yeah.
They're some kind of Hebrew. I can't remember what.
Okay, I may be wrong.
What they're called.
Wow, and I hadn't heard nothing about that story. That's interesting for sure.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. I don't know how you would pronounce it or anything, but Shumu or something like that.
Yeah,
Shalomo.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear about him, I switch channels because my opinion, there ain't but one person that can heal.
Well,
I might have to look into that.
it comes from him, God.
Look, this is me, okay? And don't judge me for this. Unless you got a background in doing that. What I mean is an aunt or an uncle that done that. I can't think of what the Appalachian people call them now. Okay. And I have met only one woman in my lifetime.
Oh, healers, you mean? Oh, mountain healers?
I don't know.
I know what you mean. They have a name, but I can't remember.
Yeah. She read a verse out of a Bible while she was holding your hand, and you had to believe also. You know, I've seen this lady heal many people like that. You know, they have warts or something wrong with them. You know, they either get up and walk away or their warts is gone, or in other words, they're back to normal. I've only seen one woman do that. And yeah, I do believe in it. Don't get me wrong.
And like Bubba News just said, only two powers.
Yeah.
The good one or the bad one.
And trust me, this woman definitely got her power from God. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew this woman, I knew how she lived.
Yeah, and some of the things that they were talking about him somewhat just doesn't match up to be somebody that's supposed to be, you know,
Yeah.
God, in other words.
Yeah, the new Messiah and stuff.
Well, now, if I'm not mistaken, and Bubba News will have to back me up on this, there's supposed to be a false God to show up in the end days that can do what Jesus or God is supposed to do. But yet, before the real one comes, the first one is Satan. So, yeah, the Antichrist. So, therefore, the next one we hear about supposedly is to be the Antichrist. Now, that's the way I take it. Oh, Bubba News, I wish I had your email. I'd get you to come up on here.
That definitely could be so. Or a way I could even look at it is saying is you would have certain powers that would almost know how powerful that would be as a something that's happening and try to create a false one, a premature in a way.
Yeah.
Man-made, not heavenly.
Right. Now, Bubba News says, I believe the real deceiver is coming and will be someone none of us are looking at, not on our radars.
Busky.
I don't know.
Everybody's fallen in love with that guy, and I'm like,
they may be
that guy.
Now, the guy who's supposed to be the next Antichrist, I do not know where he's coming out of, but everybody is supposed to fall in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think it's musky. I think, in my opinion, I do believe he is here on Earth. He is
Well, the thing is,
setting everything up.
this could be another 100, 200 years from now.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the thing. Or it could be tomorrow. Well, probably not tomorrow, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the way things are going and everything, I do believe it will happen probably, I'm going to say within the next 20, 25 years. Like
That's hard to say.
I want to say
Man,
it would happen in our lifetime. Okay.
sounds weird to say 2050.
Darn. It is a long time, ain't it?
I remember when when I used to laugh at the song "Party Like It's 1999."
Yeah.
I was like, "Party like," I'm like, "Yeah, right." And here we are, way past that. The Y2K thing. Oh no, the world's gonna come to an end.
Back in my day, we always partied like it was 1999. And it was what? 1970, early 80s? So,
yeah, and then there's 2012. Then there was the Mayan calendar one.
Yep.
I think
12, 12, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would rather believe it in a book that has history that predicted a lot of stuff before.
I think there's a lot about the mind beliefs or whatever that we're not being told. Okay.
Well, even like it used to be 13 months, 28 days each month.
Right.
12 zodiacs, and Jesus stood for the sun.
Okay. Hello, Lewis.
Remember that year? What was it when they did the Gregorian shift? It was like when people went to bed, it was like October the 4th, and they woke up the next day, it was like October the 15th.
Are you serious?
Or yeah, they lost like 10 days technically. I forget what year this was. This was like in the 1600s, I believe.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I have to look it up. It was something like that. Yeah, they lost 10 days, I believe, overnight.
Aliens did it.
Yeah, I always thought it was a week, but it was probably
Could have been a week.
Well, now, is it not in the Bible where God that stopped time for one day? I want to say for 24 hours. Isn't that, Bubba? Is that recorded in the Bible where God stopped time for one day? I'm wanting to say yes because I've heard preachers talk on it, but I can't tell you what book or chapter or anything it's out of.
Well, one of the biggest things is why they're trying to say the Bible is fake and it's not real, is because the Earth is like whatever 30 billion years old or whatever it is. The thing is, it in the Bible it doesn't say how old it is, how old Earth is. No. There's not a year number on it. So you can't gauge it by that.
Yeah. What they do, carbon dating, so they say.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that name up because I couldn't think of it. Now, I saw a thing, it's been a while back ago, carbon dating, okay? The older something is, the less reliable that carbon dating is.
I would think so, yeah. 'Cause it's already, I guess, kind of based on a theory or what limited knowledge we have as far as the creation, putting in our numbers what we think. So, yeah, the further you go back, yeah, it would be more broad.
Okay, Bubba News said, Joshua 10:13, the sun stopped in the middle of the sky and delaying going down for about a full day. So God did stop time for one day.
Okay. There you go.
Joshua 10:13. Thank you, Bubba.
Now they're doing that new telescope so they can see where the big boom, where the creation started. Because right now they don't have a telescope that reaches that far, so they got this other telescope that they're sending out that's going to send signals back.
I didn't think any telescope could see where heaven was.
No, where the source of where the universe was created.
Oh, Grace Johnson, that's an excellent question. How long was that day, though? 48 hours, I believe. Because if there's 24 hours in a day, then if he stopped for a whole day, that would have been 48 hours. That's my thinking.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that would have worked. Definitely would. I don't know.
The book of Psalms indicates that heaven is to the north. So you mean I've been looking I've been looking east? That's the wrong direction this whole time.
You're already in the north. What do you mean? You're halfway there.
Hey. I'm in the southern part of the north.
The southern part of the north?
Yeah.
That's doable.
North is north, though.
No, it ain't neither. We got a northern south. North Kakalaki.
They only let you North Carolina be in the South because they felt sorry for you.
No, they named it a couple of days before I was born.
Oh no. We used to go up to North Carolina and Virginia a lot as a kid. That's probably one of my next favorite places outside of Georgia. It's got a lot of little hidden gems.
Well, Bubba, you can give me credit for trying anyway. He said God faces to the east from the temple, and that I was close. Yeah. Well, now, I got another question. Is everybody ready for your next power outage? To get right down to it, that's got to be one of the stupidest damn questions I think I've asked chat. I mean, look at what type of people we have in chat. We got people who've been putting back probably for quite a few years. I know they ready and everything. It's the people who don't. It's the people that calls us crazy and other names. I should be asking. Get serious about it.
It's funny that all the people that's quote unquote the upper echelon that said people that do things the way we do things are a little crazy, that they're now suddenly doing the things that they called us crazy for.
Exactly.
You know.
There's a lot of that, OP. There's a lot of that, unfortunately. And that's the thing that irritates me. Some of them.
Okay.
It's horrible.
I just read what Opie said, and I will agree with you and Opie 110%. And the funny thing about it is, get them out there to try something and see how far they can get. Let them do a video on it to see if they use a knife to strike a striker, what side of the knife they're using. You know, yeah.
Well, a lot of times, you'll see them. Well, I got this gear and I got that gear, and it's never been used. Like
Yep.
if I get something, I'll go out and try it a few times and see if it's any good.
Yeah, I mean, on my key ring right now, I've got that little flat bar with the striker thing on it. And I always got a knife in hand, you know, so
Oh
if
yeah.
what happens, you know, I know how to use it. I got a P38 on my keychain, you know, and I do know how to take a couple of rocks and open up a can of stuff. It may be a little gritty going down, but I'm not going to starve to death,
Oh no.
you know. And I've been camping, oh God, I can't even count how many times I've been camping. I know how to start a fire. I know how to start a fire in a rain. You know, what type of wet wood to use. You can't use just any type, but I know what wood to look for and to get to start a fire.
You have any wood stored up now?
In a matter of speaking, I do, but maybe about a week's worth, if that much.
Gotcha.
I mean, if need be, I've got a couple of trees I could take down in the back there. But if I take that one down, it's going to be during the wintertime. There's a hornet's nest in there.
Well, that's the best time in the winter.
Yeah, exactly. I would have to have 2 electrical fly swatters if I was to go down there and even.
At least, yeah.
And
duct
I
tape
would,
them to your wrists.
and I would still get pinged by 2 or 3 of them. Now, that's not these ball-headed hornets or whatever you want to call them. That's these. I know it's not the correct name for them, but it's what we call them down here. Japanese hornets. And damn thing's about an inch and a half long. And the stinger is a little over half the length as their bodies. So when they get you, you dang sure gonna know it.
Man.
They look like an oversized yellow jacket, but they sound like a Japanese zero plane.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The only thing that's bad as that is the horse flies down here.
Deer flies.
They don't have a stinger, but man, they'll bite you.
Yeah. You get out in the woods and deer flies that drive you nuts.
Those circle flies, they pretty bad themselves. You know. Well, why? You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh man.
It ain't
That's the only good thing about it being cold this time of year. Ain't no mosquitoes and no bugs out bothering you.
Hey, what? I got a question for you. I've always heard this. The further south you go during the summertime, you can hear mosquitoes coming at you about a mile or 2 off. Is that true?
Oh, you can hear them, and if you're near some water, you can see them. It's like a
Yeah.
drove,
I was
like
gonna
a
say,
dark cloud following you.
further
Yeah.
south you go, the bigger the bugs are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's about what we talk about. I mean, people that's got chihuahuas and miniature sized poodles, they're kind of scared to let them out at dusk on kind of the mosquitoes would rape the dogs.
I lose about 10 pounds. Oh, yeah.
No,
You
I
know,
know.
they got to have water survive. So I mean, they're around any type of water, they love it.
Yeah.
In your way. Sorry.
But now I do know the further east you go here in North Carolina, you know, if one of them was to hit your windshield, it would crack it.
Mm. Man,
Tell me about it.
man, good thing you didn't hit the mom. You just, man,
Well, now I will tell you this: a lot of people, you know, as much as I cut up and carry on and everything, when I tell this story, people think I'm full of it, but I'm not. This, honest to God, happened to me. I'm going down the road, a country road, and there's something dead right there in the middle of the road, and you've got 10, 15 buzzards in the road, you know, having lunch, right? Those suckers are not going to move, not fast anyway.
no.
I'm running late for work. I clip one of them. He hits the hood of the car, rolls up the windshield, over the back, off the trunk, and hits the road. I'm sitting there thinking, good. I look in the rearview mirror. That buzzard is looking at me like, you're next. I'm coming
Mhm.
after you.
Gave you that look.
Yeah, he did. And that's a scary feeling to feel that from a buzzard.
It's crazy how they can sense and smell stuff that far up and that high in the sky, you know?
I've always heard, what is it? The eagle has got the best eyesight of any bird.
I can imagine.
And I think the only other bird that would give an eagle a run for its money would be a falcon. Now, I may be wrong with that, but they are faster and they fly higher than their prey. And when they come down, it's like a dive bomb, you know, like that.
It's funny you mention that because today is National Save the Eagles Day. We got a bunch of hawks around here. Hawks, owls, man, you name it.
I've got a red-tailed hawk that sits on my fence post outside of my kitchen window. While he's sitting there, that hawk looks to be about 2 foot plus tall.
Mm. Man.
And it's like I've told the wife, that's got to be the biggest hawk I think I've ever seen. But I have seen that hawk fly down on the ground and pick up moles and take off with them, or snakes. That's the only reason I'm still letting him fly around here. Now, if I had chickens and a rooster, depending, you know.
A lot of places you can't touch them.
Even
Well,
buzzards.
you know what I say about
hawks.
that.
Yeah.
It's a bird of prey.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, which I agree with the law. But if another bird or a bird of prey is attacking my food source, what they don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
will harm them. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Well, there's one in because I think it's Nebraska was where he's at. And he's asked the game warden if he could shoot the bird because it keeps going down eating his chickens. So no, they're endangered. You're not allowed to touch them. It says you have to put a net up or something to protect your birds because you're not allowed to touch them.
You know, I kind of agree with the Eagles. Okay. I mean, it's taken a while for the Eagles to get populated back up to where they're at now. And before I would pop one like that, I would do everything in my means to keep an eagle out of a chicken pen. You know, put wire up the top so you can't swoop down, or something like that.
Yeah.
But if that eagle is bound and determined, that wire on top really ain't gonna stop
And most times they're looking for that quick, easy grab, you know.
it. Well, like a burglar. You're
Yeah.
right. But now a hawk, a red-tailed hawk, man, they plentiful around here. And from what I've seen, I mean, that hawk is taking care of my mold problem and my snake problems. That's the only reason he's still running around here. But if I had chickens or turkeys or ducks, I had to depend on, they come first. I'm sorry. But again, I would do everything in my powers to try and stop them from getting in there, you know. And the other family in North Carolina, Bushcraft, has got a couple of videos out. You need to check them out. I think she came out with one today, early this morning.
Who?
What is her name?
The one up there by you?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean True Grant?
Yeah, True Grit.
Oh, I done watched it already.
Okay.
Yeah, they put them out in the morning. That's when I watch them.
Yeah. Well, you saw how she handles if her chickens get out.
Yep, that's the way it's supposed to be.
It is.
It teaches the other ones to stay put.
Hey, where'd Ralph go? He didn't ever came back.
Well, that chicken they built for their chickens is big enough one person could live in that thing for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth it though.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on, Harvest. What is a sound dog?
What's that now?
She said she saw the biggest sound dog she's ever seen. I want to know what a sound dog is. I thought they all made a sound.
A what?
I'm not sure.
SONDOG. Song, sound.
Sound dog.
Yeah, that's it. What is it? Sundog. Okay.
In the sky.
I still like to know what it is.
Sky dog.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't think I've heard that.
Don't sound like you want to get in the hold of you.
Sun dogs are colored spots of light that develop due to reflections of light through ice crystals.
Okay, Bubba News said sun dogs are awesome. They're the rings around the sun.
Okay.
Now I know what it is.
I've seen that.
but I never knew that was the name of it. All right, Christy. She is surprised she didn't know what that is. I know what it is now. I never knew what it was called.
Same here.
There you go.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Something else.
Okay. Y'all take over. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. I'm gonna put sugar in it this time.
All right, help yourself. Let's see.
Well, how was your day other than your
Oh,
phone call? How was your day today at work? What life?
other than it was actually pretty quiet because usually when we have storms not that bad, we usually have a high call volume,
Yeah.
But mainly it was just on the lineman side, Georgia Power, they were pretty busy. There was a lot of down trees, power tree limbs, power lines down. They were pretty busy. I didn't lose any power here,
Oh,
but
that's
I know
good.
that. But there were outages in the area. Um, yeah, it rained. Like I said, it started raining the night before, but it only got bad right after lunch to about 5 o'clock. That 4 hours, it was pretty bad, and then it stopped and was started back drizzling again.
Yeah, it rained a good bit here, which
Well,
kind of sucks because um, the rain messes with the rabbit's feeder. If water gets in there, then it gets clogged, and then that feed swells up to where it doesn't go through the feeder.
Mm.
So I have to get out there with a stick and poke it down in there.
Well, what gets me, this is classified as winter now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
How many
almost a month in it.
how many thunderstorms have y'all seen in January? Not many. I'll tell you that
We
now.
didn't have it wasn't a thunderstorm.
It was here.
It was
Well,
70 degrees here yesterday while it was
yeah,
raining.
you guys are a lot warmer down there. We're still in the 30s up here.
Well, even though we're still in the South, during January and February, it's very seldom we get thunderstorms. Now we get storms, but not
Well,
thunderstorms.
that's the thing. That big storm or windstorm we had pushed all that warm air down to you.
And they're
'Cause we
saying
were in
what
the 50s the day before, and then that wind came in and it dropped down pretty good.
well, now what for the last week? I'm talking daytime, okay? What's y'all's temperature been averaging out? About 50 or 60 degrees, give or take.
Yeah, somewhere around in.
Same here, you know. And the storm, now I'm going by what they're saying, okay? They're saying the storm we are supposed to get Friday is supposed to be worse than what we got yesterday. And Harvest Merry Moon, if it's true, you may need to buckle down a little bit.
As you say, worse. Is it colder or stronger?
Stronger.
Oh, okay, so it'll still be warm down there.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
65 and rainy all day here Friday.
Okay, that's about right.
I'd have to look up
That's what they're
mine's gonna be.
projecting anyway.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's 42, Friday's 48,
And
32, Oh boy, now it's getting wintertime. Monday and Tuesday, it's going to get down to 6 and 8.
Now, Saturday night into Sunday morning is supposed to jump down into 20s. Now, I can't talk for what, but normally our worst winters is February and March. And I have seen it snow a couple of times. You know, I mean, our first major snow is sometime in February, around mid to late February.
Remember a couple years ago, we got the ice storm that hit, and it was around February. As a matter of fact, I think it was during Valentine's Day or Valentine's weekend. Man, we had a real bad ice storm, and that's usually all we get, the occasional ice storm, maybe about every 6 or 7 years. But when that happens, the city pretty much shuts down. They can't handle it.
I remember that, but we didn't get that. Our last major ice storm that we got, what, about 20, 25 years ago, something like that? That was our major one.
I remember one as a kid.
And I'm not talking 78, 79 winter. Yeah, last year we didn't get nothing. Period. No snow, no ice. We got a little bit, we got more than a little bit of cold weather, but that was it.
Yeah.
But it would stay cold like 2.5 days tops. Then there for about a week, shit, it was 60 and 70 degrees. The whole winter was like that.
Yeah, it's not real harsh.
Not like it used to be when we were coming up. Because we coming up, wintertime, it meant wintertime. You wore, if you had to put socks on your hands to keep them from freezing. And now, just blow on them. That's it. Hello, Vineyard Chicks.
I do that with my old socks. I keep them and make like little arm sleeves with them.
Yeah. Or if you like if your socks are like mine, they got holes in it, you can stick your fingers through, and pull them all the way up to your elbows.
I'll wear it so I can't switch sides no more.
That's it.
Oh.
Well, see, I wear mine when you put your foot in one hole and there's another hole your foot comes out of. It's time to throw them away.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff, what was you saying?
Number
that you've been seeing a lot, wasn't it 33?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what come up?
Well, I found out all kinds of interesting stuff, but because of my number. But let's see what
33 is a very strong number.
33 is the representation of the Star of David.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus died when he was 33, supposedly.
Yeah.
I thought it was 32.
The human spine has 33 vertebrae.
And I about bet you I know of someone who can test to that. He fell out of a deer stand.
Forget the exact terminology, but something when they're doing like maps or something like that. Something doing with the 33 degree or something.
Abraham's name is mentioned 33 times in the Bible.
Huh.
Lewis said 33 is a Zebco reel also. Now I'll vouch for that one. I've used many of them, still use them. It's so warm up here right now, I can go fishing.
Oh shoot! When it warms up, I hope they're ready because I'm coming for them.
Well, where I want to go fishing, I don't think he would let me fish the way I want to, guaranteed. Pop a pin and toss it.
Got a couple of little spots around here I hadn't checked out in a while. They should have done built up good by now.
Bubba New says the Antichrist has 33 titles in the Old Testament.
33 titles.
Really?
Oh. Said Adam and Eve had 33 sons and 27 daughters.
Did that woman ever have time to rest?
This is the Jewish one that this came from, not the Bible.
I want to know, I'd like to know one thing, okay? And I'm not trying to be funny with this. Does anybody have any idea how old Adam and Eve were when they passed?
You'd have to go back and ask them, Jeff.
Oh boy, you think I got a time machine? Cain was 33.
Jacob, at the age of 130, he was 130 years old. I don't know when, it didn't say when he died, though.
Oh, okay.
He moved his entire family to Egypt.
Vineyard Chick said Adam was about 900 plus. Okay. Then I can see them having that many youngins.
Yeah.
But if it's today and time, they had a lot of twins and triplets and adoptions. There is no way on God's earth I can see a family today having that many youngins.
The Duggins, or whatever they call them, I think they're up to 12 or 17.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Regina, I wasn't trying to be funny or nothing like that. I really wasn't.
That's the red-haired lady, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the Duggins has got all the kids, yeah.
Does she still have hair?
Now, Vineyard Chick, I think Methuselah was 950 some when he finally passed. It'd been something if he's 933. Okay, Bubba News said 969. How many?
The 33rd time Jacob's name is found in Scripture, he promised to give a tenth of all he had to God when he had a vision of a ladder reaching to heaven.
There went part of their kids, a third of them. Now, the wife brought something up to me. I worked with a guy at Walmart. He had enough kids to start his own baseball team and have some left over. And let's see, you've got 3, 6, 9. But you got to have 11 to start a baseball team, 11 kids, 11 people. Because you got shortstop. You got all the outfield, which that is 3. You've got 4 bases, that's 7.
9.
Plus 9, okay. Be charming. My husband is one of 16 siblings. My daddy was one of 12. My mama was one of 14. Why? Well, now look back in the day. Okay, a big family was, I'm gonna say, a must because they had a farm they had to take care of. All right. Today, what do you consider a farm? 3 acres? I mean, back in the day when I was coming up, I had an uncle who had over 1,000 acres, and
Oh
that
yeah.
was a small farm compared to that county. And the government took over half of it for progress. The government called it.
Yeah.
So, but
I know what you mean. Yeah, if
but I would,
you had 1,000 acres these days, yeah, you could definitely do what you wanted though.
Oh, and here's
yeah.
33 also derives from, or some of its meaning from, total number of times. 3 of a third is used in the book of Revelations.
Hmm.
Oh, really?
Because it's a product of 3 times 11.
Tennessee Ridge
That's
Runner. I am the third youngest of 16.
Oh
So
wow.
Tennessee Ridge Runner has got to be, might say a little bit older than I am. I'm not going to say by much. And I'm 63.
Yeah. I thought I caught heck with 3 sisters.
I don't know if I looked up or not, but I didn't have no sisters. And the wife didn't have no brothers.
How about that?
I am the oldest and she is the youngest. But yet, out of us three, I am still the youngest. Ah-ha!
I don't know if it's something in the water, but I know I went to school with a lot of different sets of twins.
There is a part of United States. I do not know the name of the state. Do not move there because practically everybody every woman who has youngins has either twins or triplets.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but it was, even then, it just seemed like, oh man, why is there so many twins?
Exactly, Dana B. That's what I'm talking about. Here in North Carolina, it was either tobacco farms or it was cotton farms. Cotton was more toward the east. Tobacco was, I'm going to say, about from Raleigh area toward the foothills of the mountains.
Oh yeah, that's where most of your tobacco was coming from.
You got rice over in them islands off the coast,
I didn't
North
know
Carolina.
that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Still is, as far as I know. It's a different type of rice too. Which of course that they export it out because it's an odd rice. I can't remember what it was, and we export it off. We don't use it here, of course.
Oh, no, of course.
Of course. Why not? Why would we?
Now, see, that comes up to a whole nother subject. We've got the means and the knowledge to produce everything here in the States to survive, but yet our government
Well, it's not the government. You can't blame them for
Yeah, I
rich
can.
people wanting more money.
Yeah, I can.
That's
Because
just like
the government is one talking for the rich people to get everything sent overseas.
yeah, but that doesn't mean if you have a rich person decides, well, I'm going to be patriotic and I'm going to keep it here. The government's not going to step in and tell them, nope, you have to send all your stuff over there.
But they're coming back telling the rich you can make more money over there by selling it over there. It's
And
just
it all comes down to money. It's
Yeah.
making more money.
it all comes down to what's that other word I'm thinking of? Greed.
Yeah,
That's what it's coming down to.
because there's well, you look
Love
back in
House.
time when we had the cars and we had the steel and everything. It was the best steel in the world. And then, whoa, China makes it for half that much money. They're
Look,
building everything with that.
at one time, not in my lifetime, but not far before that, the United States was number one, period. Okay, I'll put it like that. And then it was a start of a downfall when you saw commercials stating buy clothes that said made in the USA. And I know y'all remember them commercials. That was the start of it right there. But I think the true start of it for that particular was Carter. Signing papers. I cannot think of your name.
Tariffs.
Yeah. That was the start of it. And here in North Carolina, we had some of the biggest textile factories around. I could go for 2 days. Shit. Let me rephrase that. I could work in a different mill every day of the week for 2 months and not work at the same one twice. That's how many we had. Now I can count on one hand how many textile mills there are in this county. And one of them I used to work at. The other one I think the wife worked at. And textile mills is also what hurt farmers too.
Happy birthday, Ruben.
Reuben? I didn't see that. No, wait a minute. You got to hold on. Reuben, how old are you? Can't be much older than me. I had to post that. Lord have mercy. Man, time flies when you're having fun, don't it? Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. You mean tell me I'm almost 20 years older than you? 18, 19. Damn, I'm an old man compared to you, Reuben.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. Well, happy early birthday.
Peppermint bark ice cream. Now, there's one I've never heard of. I used to eat peppermint bark. I don't know if that's what, but it tasted like peppermint.
I got this company wanting to sponsor my channel, Survival Garden Seeds. I told them I have to, test their seeds out and whatnot first and stuff.
Go
You
for
got a
it.
good variety.
It seems like it from what I can see. I do like that they have some herbs that you just can't find the seeds for them that are real hard to find.
Yeah.
Now, where's them seeds coming from? What I'm wondering.
From a plant.
Oh, you want to be a smart aleck tonight. I say had it.
You walked right into that one.
You wait to Friday night. I'm gonna look Friday night. You gonna be putting me in the back room come Friday night.
When a mama plant and a daddy plant love each other.
What like?
Little rays of sunshine come down.
No, don't even go there. Be careful of the choice of words that you're using.
And there you have it. A plant is born.
If you're lucky.
Yep. Can try out some different varieties of stuff this year. Experiment with them for sure.
And look there, Vineyard Chicks. Yeah. Come on.
Tennessee Red Runner, he wasn't allowed on the boat. They pulled him on a dinghy.
Wow.
He gassed him out too much. Who
got pretty lucky.
Jeff Beans put him on the dinghy.
Vineyard Chicks. I'm sorry y'all had to see that.
Yeah, I looked up the other day, went and checking out a job. This house is fixing to get rewired. It's getting totally gutted. They had this big pile of trash they were loading up. And I asked the guy in charge, I said, hey, what are y'all gonna do with those it's two terracotta pots? Man, they come up about almost to my knees. I said, what are y'all gonna do with those 2 pots? And he said, you want them? I said, yeah. He said, you can have them. So I said, heck yeah, I'll find something to put in them. Yeah, I priced them things. Them things are pretty pricey now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're about, I don't know, about 2 foot wide, and they're at least almost as tall as my knee.
Check this out.
You can
Congratulations.
if you get the size of the terracotta pots, about yay big.
Yeah.
Plug the bottom hole on one of them and flip it out the next one upside down, and then put a smaller one up on top, and then bury it in your raised gardens, and then you can pour it full of water and it'll actually keep your garden or your raised beds hydrated.
I've never noticed that. Now check this out. Vineyard Chicks. One of their cows had the baby today.
Oh,
that's awesome! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Did you name him or her?
Let's hope it don't have a gender crisis. A cow with a ginger crisis.
New baby cow.
Let me see. I'm sitting here trying to think of a key word to take to 101s tonight. He's still gonna go live tonight, right? He hadn't changed it.
As far as I know.
All right. He was gonna go live the other night, but he changed it.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah. He got to
Special
where
Hump Day edition.
he got to where he'll change it toward the last minute of it. That's the reason I asked.
Yeah, next time we'll look and say Friday and come back and it'll say Saturday.
Then he'll come
Detroit
back.
got to play this weekend.
I bet it's another football
Rams.
team. See?
Oh yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah,
Matthew
I'm still not
Stafford
gonna
comes
watch.
back.
I'll wait a little bit. Yeah, it's still tonight, the 10th.
Okay.
At 10.
No, the 10th.
Oh,
Days at 9:10. What would be a good key word to use up on his channel tonight?
I don't know. What are you
Hashtag
feeling?
17.
There you go.
Okay. Just use numbers 17.
That'll get them going.
Want it to?
Was just
See,
looking.
I got a friend of mine who is into the stuff that 101 talks about. And every time I tell him, to go at a certain time or day or something like that, 101 changes it.
You have to go to the boards to find out when 101 goes live.
Every 17 days.
You know what? That ought to get his goat if I was mentioning that. 101, I got to go to the boards. And they said, you go live every 17 days.
Oh, man. Yeah. Tell him that.
He'll put me in the back. He'll tell me to shut the F up and put me in the back room.
Oh, man. I can already hear it.
I can too. But you know what? I am going to say it. Now, what do you want to bet? He is sitting there listening to us right now. He said, I just won't let that smart aleck come up tonight. He'll have to let me up because I'm the only one that can say out as good as I do at the end of his show. So, well, I tell you, I know he's going to start or he'll get fired up between the next 15 and 20 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream so that way people can go ahead and get what they got to get and so forth before he goes live. So just remember the code word 17. I'm going to get him tonight.
I'll take a number 17, ma'am.
Now, Bushcraft's number is 21. So, all right, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end it here. Everyone have a good evening. I'll see y'all at 101's tonight, I think, if he lets me up. All right. Out.
You are an example of why people should have to take tests before they're allowed to have children.